I'm usually much more prepared for my videos, have a topic, have something planned out, maybe even have a script. But I am just really on the struggle bus with my weight loss journey and with the disease of obesity. I have this 1 pound that is haunting me, and I just cannot lose it no matter what I do. I am so close to 60 pounds lost. My last weigh in that I did this past Saturday was 245 pounds, which puts me at 59 pounds lost. And I shouldn't gripe and complain, but I've been at this a long time. I think when I do my weigh in this coming Thursday for my live stream and show it, I think something like week 63 or 64. So I am falling below the 1 pound per average or week per average loss. And it is taking a mental toll on me. And mainly because, yes, I'm using Zepbound as a tool. And while I didn't think it was a miracle worker, I was losing so steadily throughout this process. Now, granted, I am the type of person that I feel that I need to keep track of my calories. I need to at least get some movement in, try to get you know, get the 80 to 90 ounces of water per day. And I do pretty good with that. I did track religiously for the first 52 to 56 weeks but then I really struggled when I was having a lot of work stress and working so many hours that I'd forget to record my lunch and get to dinner time and eat dinner and then not really remember everything that I've eaten. Now, was I overeating? No. Uh, but now that I'm at this point where I'm stuck, it has been, I'm going to say, almost 50 days at this point that I've lost nothing. Previously, I had gained 1 pound over a 43-day period, but now I'm into it about 50 days and I have lost zero weight. Now, am I down to the lowest that I've seen on the scale? No, I've seen 243, but that popped up like 1 week here and 1 week over there. And it was never, for me, my minimum is I need to see it at least twice in 7 days. My weigh in week starts from Sunday through Saturday. And I take my lowest weight that I've seen a minimum of 2 days. I really like to see it at least 3 days on the scale. And that's my weigh in for the week because our weight varies so much depending on what we eat, whether we're retaining water. And also, I take my shot on Friday, and usually Tuesday or Wednesday is my lowest weight, not Saturday when I have just taken my shot on Friday. So it seems like the further you get from your shot, like the midpoint of the week, that's when you weigh the least. So I usually try to do that to keep my sanity because if I didn't, there'd be so many times where I would have lost nothing or gained weight on my weigh-in day. But the scale has steadily continued to move down until right before my vacation, where here I am just really trying to hit this big goal of hitting 60 pounds down right before the cruise. And what do? I gain 8 pounds. And there is no way on this planet that I ate 8 times 3,500 calories. But that's an absurd amount of calories. There's no way I could physically put that in my body. I mean, I'm lucky if I get 15 to 1,800 calories a day. So I don't know. I just feel like I'm being held hostage at this point, and that yes, I'm using the medication, but I feel like I'm in prison on this weight loss journey because it's like, oh, well, I stopped counting calories and I stopped tracking my food. So, of course, people are going to say, well, you're not going to lose weight because you're not doing that. Well, I can point to that or this, or like there's 100 other things that I could say that, oh, well, I'm not doing, and that could be the fault. And so I'm just so busy sitting here blaming myself. And but I don't think it's me because honestly, I'm probably eating too little if I really think about what I've been putting in my mouth. Uh, it's just, I don't think people realize how difficult being overweight is mentally, how difficult a weight loss journey can be unless they've experienced it. I've been trying to lose weight, it seems like my entire life. I wasn't overweight as a child. Sure, during puberty was a little chunky, but my father just thought I was overweight and always had me on a diet, always had me exercising. Insisted that anytime I came to his house, that I weighed in until I was in my 30s, which is absolutely ridiculous. But it was because he was obsessed with weight. Someone treated him terribly growing up because he was chunky, and he just transferred his weight issues onto me. Now, he was never thin uh, my entire life that I knew him. So I don't know why he got off thinking that he needed to control my weight. He certainly couldn't control his. But you think about it, then I go back and think about all I've ever thought about is losing weight and how shameful it is to be overweight. And it must be something I'm doing, because that's all our doctors ever tell us is, well, it's got to be something you're doing. You make the choice to put the food in your mouth. You make the choice of whether you exercise. You make the choice of XYZ, one, two, three, purple, green. You know what I mean? Like, somehow it always comes back to our responsibility. But here I am struggling. I am doing the things. And I know the keto and the, oh, what is it, one meal a day, OMAD, the gluten free, the this radical diet or that radical diet, or you need to eat more protein, or whatever bastardization of our nutritional system you're going to come at with me. I am eating a balanced diet with a good amount of protein. I don't drink anything but water, so no coffee, no tea, no juices. I'm doing the things. I've been trying to get a minimum of 5,000 steps per day. And while some are going to say, oh, well, that's not really a lot. Well, I have a back injury, and I have to be really mindful of how much exercise that I get in, because I can take myself down for days or weeks if I irritate it enough. Because this past week, I actually went out to downtown DC to see the cherry blossoms, and I walked over 8,000 steps. And the next 2 days, I was in so much pain from my back. And it's not just like, oh, well, you're overweight. Of course, you're going to be in pain. No, 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 no. This is nerve and disc and bone pain that just takes rest and ice and just non movement. So I do what I can with the exercise that I can, but there's not a lot that I can do. But I just feel I'm trapped because I can't make the scale move. And I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. I did talk to my endocrinologist yesterday, so I had an appointment with her, and she was very pleased that my A1C is 5, which is fantastic. But it's still showing all the signs of fatty liver disease on the test. So I've got some elevated levels. They're not alarming, but they're elevated, and so it's clear on the test. She also said I still have a lot of inflammation, and it's actually more than it was last time. And so I've been going to a rheumatologist. I went to a rheumatologist, and she took a bunch of tests and said, well, the things that are inflamed on here, really nothing to worry about. There's nothing that we can do. I went to a hematologist and I saw some of my results, but I don't really know what they mean. And I am meeting with them in about a month to go over those results. But so somewhere, somehow, there is inflammation going on in my body. So at this point, they've kind of really ruled out Hashimoto's. They can't find any indicators of it, but it must be whatever this other inflammation is. And I truly do have the disease of obesity, which means that my body just does not like to lose weight at all. Like, it's got in its biological setting that I need to be at a certain weight, and it's not going to let me get below that. So while the medication is helping, it's just not enough. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Now, I've been taking 10 milligrams, and previously, like 10 milligrams, I had been struggling with the food aversion, and it had been hurting my stomach when I first started taking it. But I've been doing okay now, and I've been on it probably a couple of months. But my endocrinologist asked me yesterday if I could start taking 12.5 and see how that's going. So I do have a whole bunch of vials in my fridge that I'm going to hang on to, but she ordered me some quick pens with the 4 doses of 12.5 in those pens. So I'm going to give that a go. I have on order 1 month of those. So let me see how I get on with that, see if it kickstarts my weight loss. And, honestly, like, I've watched a bunch of videos of like, well, what do you do if you're stuck and this and that? And, some of them are just, people who are on weight loss journeys themselves and things that have worked for them. Some of them are medical professionals. But the challenge is I'm doing all those things. So, like, at the end of the day, I don't know what more to do. Like, I feel like every time I set a goal, the universe is like, ha ha ha, Amy, like, no, 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 no. No, you can't hit your goal. Like, just stop making goals, lady, because we're not gonna allow you to actually hit your goal. No matter what you do, it doesn't matter. You're not gonna hit your goal. So here I am. I was supposed to hit my goal of 60 pounds down, which would have only been 1 freaking pound loss. And that would have been back in February, so like February 21st. That's I was trying to hit that. Now it's March 31st, and I have a month and 10 days for my next cruise. And I really, 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 really wanted to be 80 pounds down, which wouldn't have been a big deal for a normal freaking person. But for the love of all that is holy on this planet, I just cannot get my body to cooperate and get this weight off my body. So, I just wanted to rant and tell you that, like, this weight loss journey is not all sunshine and roses. This medication is a tool to help us, but it doesn't always work for everybody. I'm so excited for some of the new medications that are coming out, and I'm really hoping that maybe some of those will kickstart my metabolism. I'm really not ready to dip into the pool of gray market and use medications that are not approved. Now, I'm not saying that anybody is an awful person for doing things like that, but that's just like their personal choice, and it's my personal choice not to take the risk to use the medication, even though I just know that that medication would probably help me very much. So I'm just going to keep on keeping on, keep on reaching out to the community, doing the live streams, hearing everybody's journey. You know, just keep doing the things. Marsha, she's always got to show up in the video. Usually she's laying right there. But at the end of the day, like, this is just a glimpse into like how crazy this can make a person when you know, I know in my heart of hearts, and I know on paper that I'm doing the things I need to do, and it's just not working. I have purposefully and noticeably, uh, intentionally, the past like 3 or 4 weeks, I've really been working on making sure I'm not putting more food on my plate than I know I can eat. I'm making smaller portion size, which, I have been doing this all along, but I'm really even reining it back further. So something that I had for lunch yesterday that I normally would have eaten all of it, like, I got to the point where I was bored with it and I set it aside, and then I'm like, nope, I'm just going to get up and put it up and have it for dinner instead of forcing myself to finish it, because I know I need those calories and I know I need that protein. So I'm just making sure that I'm not putting more food in my body than it is asking for, and really controlling. I don't really eat a lot of carbs, on to be honest. I may have a potato here or maybe a little bit of rice here, a carrot here or there, but I don't really, I have no craving for bread at all while taking Zepbound, just none. I don't crave it. I don't want it. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I don't eat cereals because I'm usually allergic to most of the cereals because they're made from corn. So there's just not a lot of carbs. I think, really, honestly, my one treat is I may put a teaspoon or two of sugar on my berries. But at the end of the day, that's maybe 30 calories. Sure, it's got some carbs, but what is 30 calories going to hurt when I'm eating berries for dessert instead of a piece of pie? So, struggle, struggle bus. Yeah, so that's really all I had to say. Also, be on the lookout In July, I'm going to the Your Weight Matters conference in Orlando, Florida. Some of the channel members and other viewers said that they were interested in meeting up with me. As soon as I get the schedule, I'll announce that on my channel, and I'll make sure I make a post of it, and I'll make sure I remind people that I'll be available for a couple of hours. So that's really all I've got to say today. But I do sincerely want to thank you so much for watching this video, even if it's just me rambling on and stressing out as I tend to do. But you watching this video means so much to me, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being a supporter, a subscriber, a member. I can't do this journey without you. And you know what? Make sure you leave me a comment below if you have anything that you want to get off your chest about your weight loss journey. If you're frustrated, if you're irritated, if you're just freaking tired of it. Because, right, I'm just hitting this messy middle where I am at the point where I've lost a third of my body of the weight that I need to lose, and I got 2/3 to go. So, this long haul stretch in the middle is going to be so tough because there's so much more to go. Yeah, just drop me a comment if you need to chat about anything. So, this has been Amy Loses It, and Amy is losing it at this point. Stay tuned for my live stream on Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, where I do like my official weigh in, all my stats, steps, calories, all that good stuff. So you can really see like what I get up to during the week. But have a fabulous day, have a fabulous week, and I hope to see you on another video very soon. Have a great day.
1 scale and a suitcase to pack. Zepbound in hand, there's no looking back. Cruising through this journey, non-scale victories divine. But can Amy lose the weight without losing her mind?